I get it that there's so many people that are hurting, that they're bitter and that they're jaded. So then they come online as trolls in order to try to hurt other people. But when I get comments like this, it really makes my left breast itch. And let me tell you why. For a lot of women who come to me, they come to me hurt, broken. A lot of these women have been through sexual trauma. They have been abandoned. They have felt rejected. They feel unworthy. And it doesn't matter how much success they have, they're still holding on to childhood traumas and wounds that are affecting them in their relationships, causing them to attract narcissists, abusers, liars, cheater. Some of my clients have lost millions of dollars in divorce. I mean, millions. They lost their house. They lost their kids. Some of my clients come wanting to let their lives go, if you know what I mean. And so to say a comment like that, to minimize the services that we're providing, because it's not just about giving dating advice. It's not just about teaching women how to find a man. You could go off and do that by yourself. It's about you becoming the best version of you. You actually healing what's blocking you from love. Here's the problem with society and the reason why over 70% of the population are unhappy in a relationship or by themselves. It's because they skip the required steps in order to get to happily married, to get to the ultimate life and love experience. The first thing you got to do is you got to be willing to heal your love blocks. That is step one. The next step is then you got to be able to activate and amplify your feminine energy. You can't do that if you're sitting on trauma, if you're sitting on pain, because feminine energy needs to feel safe in order for it to be seated. And then next, you got to become your authentic self, the best version of you, an equal energetic match to that which you want to attract. And for so many women, they're dating not even knowing who they are, not even knowing their true worth or their true value. They're dating based on the identity of their pain and their trauma and not who it is that they really are. So then when it comes to them asking for what it is that they want, they're only asking for more pain. Not what you're saying is what's creating, it's what you're expecting that you're going to get. And so it's important that you become that version of yourself. And then you can use the invisible laws of the universe in order to manifest and attract, guaranteeing that what you're asking for is coming to you. Not only love, but abundance and happiness and the life of your dreams. And in order to manifest, you have to be clear. You can't be clear about what it is that you want if you don't know who you are. And you're not going to know who you are if you haven't activated your feminine energy, because that's your core. And you can't activate your feminine energy if you haven't healed your love blocks. And then after you learn how to manifest, then you're going to start dating because you're showing up expecting what it is that you're asking for. So as you're dating because you're not looking for a husband. You're not looking for a soulmate. That's not the purpose of dating. You're dating in preparation. You're dating in anticipation. You're dating in expectation. You're putting yourself out there the same way you would if you were looking for a job. And oftentimes you might get a phone call from a friend who knows somebody who introduces you to that person, and then you get the job that way. But oftentimes, you don't even know how to show up and properly vet, select, and date a man. And you got to learn that. You got to understand that there's a science to attraction. If you don't know that, then you're going to be dating in the dark and playing Russian roulette and set yourself up to get hurt. And then after that, then you enter into a healthy, loving, committed relationship. And the committed, loving relationship turns into a happy marriage because you started off right. But because people want to skip all of the other steps that don't seem sexy, the healing part, the activating their feminine energy part, the becoming part, that they just want to skip to the manifesting, the date, and just have a man and think that it's going to be okay. No, ma'am, it's not. And there's actually 7 stages as you're moving up this timeline. There's 7 stages to having the ultimate dream life and love experience. And most people are only on stage 1 through 3. 1 through 3, chances of divorce are 70% at best. So that's the reason why most marriages are going to end in divorce or are going to be unhappy. So if you want to set yourself up for success, then doesn't it make sense if marriage costs women more loss financially, mentally, and emotionally than any other decision in her life? Doesn't it not make sense for her to learn the same way she learned when she went to school, the way she went to college? Isn't it wise to get the proper training and the proper guidance and assistance to make sure that you do it correctly? versus mess it up and then it costs you more money in the back end? Because ma'am, if you either you're going to pay in the front end or you're going to pay in the back end. And the reason why I'm here is because I had to pay in the back end, because I lost my house, because I lost my car, because I lost my kids, and I almost lost my sanity. And I don't want that to happen to other people. So that's the reason why I'm here. So whenever you come to this page, put some respect on what it is that I do. And the women who are smart enough, brave enough, and wise enough to choose to have a coach to help them get to where they want to go instead of wasting their time, their mental peace, and their energy trying to figure it out how to do it by themselves when clearly they don't know what they're doing because what they have done hasn't worked. I hope that helps.